Let's get a YouTube. No, I'm not gonna do that. Most terrifying paranormal case on YouTube. I gotta piss first though. Yes, my shit's tweeted up. What are you gonna do about it? The most terrifying. Fuck, I got my lights off. The most terrifying paranormal case on YouTube. Once again, a video by Thaddeus. Let's get it.
What happens when a person records themselves being tormented by a demon? The consequences that came from it, and the story being recorded and documented for everyone to see. Join me as we go over one of the most terrifying channels ever. This is the case of Elias Samael.
He a popo? He a popo officer? The haunting of Elias.
The story begins
Samuel.
here on YouTube from a channel called Eli Domar. Given context from the videos being out of order and some of the titles referring to Elias in third person, some of the videos were not uploaded by Elias himself, but from someone else. So, let's start off from the oldest video on the channel, called Invoking the Shadow of Seth of the Red Demons.
What just happened? Hello? What button did oh. What did that say?
So, let's start off from the
Invocando la sombra de Seth de los demonios rojos. Invoking some red demon. I don't know what sombra means though.
The oldest video on the channel, called Invoking the Shadow of Seth of the Red Demons.
Yeah, I knew that.
Para todos aquellos que quieran saber cómo se hace una invocación, aquí les voy a enseñar cómo se hace una.
Oh, my pega. Dude. I can't take shit serious, bro. Okay, lock it.
Claro, nada más le quiero decir que deben de tener mucho cuidado.
He goes on for a while, saying various things in front of an altar filled with candles, skulls, and an upside-down crucifix. But you'll soon notice that it's much more than that.
Ahora, te lo ordeno en el nombre de Lucifer que me dio el poder para que tú vengas aquí. En el nombre de Lucifer.
In the name of Lucifer.
No puedas hacer ningún daño.
When things start moving. But to him, this was completely normal. And the purpose of the video was purely to show how to do it. Little do we know, things would only get more chaotic from here. The next video is titled, Ghost Attacks Me. It starts off with Elias coming back home from an errand, but turns.
Let me get this straight. You summoned. You invocated the shadow of Seth the Red Demon or whatever the fuck. And now you're like documenting you're getting attacked. You contacted a devil subordinate, dude. Of course you're gonna get attacked, dude. What do you expect, dude?
Turns on his camera after hearing a noise in his room. He went to check it out, but finds no one inside. The first thing he does is move this green amulet on his bed. As of right now, it's not that important, but keep this amulet in the back of your head. You'll see it quite a few times in these videos. As he investigates his room, he gets an uneasy feeling, like someone or something is there. Well, he wasn't wrong.
Thaddeus, why'd you get closer to the mic? When you said that, I heard that. Why'd you get all? He felt something in the room. He wasn't wrong. Why'd you do that? You did not have to do that. Chill, bro.
No sé, tengo esa sensación rara, amigo, de cuando pasa cosas extrañas. Pero no. Voy a tratar de calmarme. a mi alrededor a partir de todo lo que me ha estado pasando últimamente. Pero
Hello. What happened?
vi algo ahí, amigos.
Probably a rat, bruh.
No se ve nada.
I'm scared.
Te juro que yo vi algo ahí, amigos. Como una sombra.
I swear to God, if you look under there again, you're an idiot. Dude! Fuck you.
¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué te pasó?
He's just trying to clean up your trash for you, bro. Your
Déjame
dirty
paz.
ass room, bro. Sweep or something, bro.
Te lo ordeno en el nombre de...
Okay. So now you want to call on Jesus. Yo, dumbass said, in the name of Lucifer, the one who guided you here. Man, shut your bitch ass up, bro. You wanted this to happen, bro. You not slick. You not slick. You said in the name of Lucifer. That's where you fucked up, bro. You can't. God can't save you now, bro. You did this to yourself.
Dios.
All he's doing is throwing bottles at you, bro. Until he tries to like stab you or something. I think you chilling.
Déjame en paz, espíritu.
I don't know. You told him to
Maldito
come here.
espíritu, déjame en paz.
You told him to come here, bro. You got the altar on your left, right? It's right there. You dead ass told him to come here. The fuck is that? A roll of tape? Sorry, I don't know.
Yo me voy a salir.
What you just saw is only the beginning. Right after is manifestation. Here we can see Elias at his job. He works as a night shift security guard at a hotel. The sounds in the background are various animals, but that constant noise you're hearing are frogs, according to Elias.
Yeah. I can see that.
Asegurarme de que...
Sounds like frogs to me.
Elias decides to record because he thought he heard a child crying and wanted to investigate, but the frogs were making too much noise to hear clearly. It's soon obvious, though, that he's not by himself.
Es que les juro que escuché como que estaba llorando como un niño.
Bro, loud ass frogs. Goddamn, shut up.
Pero les juro que sí escuché algo muy raro. No sé, como que lloraba un niño. Nomás de repente así. Y por eso decidí grabar porque pensé que sí iba a escuchar, pero lo único que se oyen son ranas.
Nope. That motherfucker with you, bro.
¿Por qué se cayó eso?
No. Maybe because you summoned a fucking demon.
Esto no tenía por qué caerse.
After seeing some bread fall, he thinks he saw something along the stairs at the far back of the room, but at that point, he was too scared to go investigate. And as he's patrolling, he asks the viewers directly to help him find out what was bothering him. We see a clear difference in his mentality in this video than the others before. He didn't seem bothered in the first video when the altar was moving, when he was invoking a demon.
Yeah.
The second video we saw, he also didn't seem too bothered. Maybe a little startled, but not afraid. In here though, he is absolutely terrified.
Creo que mejor me voy a meter.
Then go inside. Yo, bro. You gonna piss me off.
¿Qué fue? No.
A common thing for whatever was following him was to knock over things around him. Normally, I would be skeptical if it was off camera, but I honestly cannot explain how they are moving or falling. That's more or less this video. He walked around a lot and explained how he felt bad energy in the area, but another upload after called Strange Being Follows Me shows what happened next.
¿Qué tal, amigos?
Good.
Estoy haciendo este video porque hace un momento que andaba por aquí, no sé, como que vi, no sé si mis ojos me engañaron, pero vi que ese árbol que está ahí, ese pequeño, que se movía muy raro, o sea, no sé cómo explicarlo, empezó a moverse muy extraño.
The video starts at the lower part of the hotel. The frogs could still be heard in the background. I'd recommend turning your volume up for this part. Around
I'll
2
trust you,
minutes
bro.
deep, a shallow breath is heard.
Ew.
No sé si se alcanza a escuchar aquí, en medio de este audio.
Hell!
La verdad, me pareció escuchar
Get
como
on
que
my
alguien
ear.
se estaba lamentando.
I thought it was at first Elias doing that noise, but he is talking when you hear it. Also, the breathing sounds like it's right on the camera.
Fucking.
Pero no hay nadie.
But just under the 3-minute mark, we start to hear something more.
No ve nada extraño. Pero, sin embargo,
Someone just talked.
And
Someone just
this
told you.
continues on.
Someone just told you something. I don't know if you heard that or not. God damn, boy.
¿qué fue eso?
Yo, he talking to you.
Several people have pointed out how this sounds like a voice saying, Ven aquí, which means come here in Spanish. Take another listen. The rest of the video has Elias walk around as trees shake around him.
Mi amigo, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es? No.
Yo, I'm sorry, bro, but if there's a ghost and the best he's doing is shaking trees, bro, I'm not scared, gang.
No sé qué fue eso, pero fue algo muy raro.
Bro, he wants you. Go to him, bro.
¿Qué?
Maybe it'll make him
¿Me
happy.
está siguiendo? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Por qué?
Damn, we shaking the fuck
¿Qué
out
es?
that tree. God damn. Shaking the fuck out that
No sé qué
shit.
sea. Creo que otra vez ahí, mi amigo. ¿Qué es es eso? ¿Qué? Déjame en paz, ¿qué eres? Déjame en paz.
What you mean, what are you? You summoned the motherfucker. I'm gonna keep saying it. You summoned him. You did it to yourself.
Moving on to ghost causes poltergeist phenomenon and demonic manifestation.
Amigos, sigo escuchando ruido. No sé qué, hasta cuándo va a terminar esto.
Okay, that was kind of crazy. I'd freak out if I saw that, because how the fuck you explain that?
¿Qué? Se oye como que un niño llora.
In the first one, while one of his skulls is thrown in the air, the sounds of children could be heard. Elias hears this and comments on it.
No tenía por qué haberse movido. Por favor, ya que termine esto ya. No sé cómo hacer para cerrar esto.
The second one is very similar.
Amigos, tengo rato que
Damn, you got two phones?
escuché que tocaron la puerta. No hay nadie. Estoy solo. La verdad sí tengo miedo de todo esto que está pasando ahorita porque no sé cómo hacerle. ¿Qué hacer?
God damn. You got a bird? Yo, what is a bird in your room, bro?
Algo raro.
Ew. Who just said
Did
that?
you hear that?
Yes, I fucking heard it.
Now, whatever is haunting Elias seems to be passive. At most, it moves objects around. It shakes trees and makes small sounds here and there. But even now, it gets far worse from here. We can skip over the next video as I'll summarize it as a chair moving by itself. And it's the first time we hear a lot more than a couple of noises. Titled, Demon Answers Me. We begin at a familiar
Hold on
scene.
now.
The lower part of the hotel during his night shift. Quickly, Elias fills us in on what's going on. Earlier that night, he saw a figure walking up the steps. Or so he thought. Now, why investigate this when he was afraid earlier during the manifestation video? I don't know, but perhaps he was just trying to do his job as security. Anyways, when he reached the top of the steps, he heard the sound of approaching footsteps.
He just ran past you.
Se oye como si alguien corriera.
In this video, the demon or spirit directly responds to him.
¿Estás ahí? Contesta. No.
It's unintelligible, however, unlike before, and it sounded different. Some people have said that it sounds like a goat.
Yeah. It does sound like a goat.
Muéstrate. Te lo ordeno. No.
This shit funny as fuck, bro.
Por favor, Dios. Que se termine ya.
Damn. Work said, he like choked in the middle of it, bro.
Déjame en paz ya, vete. Te ordeno que te vayas. Pero no hay nadie. Pues se oye como si alguien corriera. Te ordeno que te vayas.
It sounds like someone's playing like a audio clip in the distance.
Te ordeno. Okay. No.
It sounds like he has his phone in his hand. He's playing it on his phone. Because remember, he got. I don't know why the fuck I went up there. Remember, he has two phones.
As we move on, Elias places the camera down on the floor and speaks to the audience directly.
So he could
He tells us
be
that
recording
he hasn't
one
been
and
able to
have the other
find
one in his
anyone
hand,
who can help him,
playing the little
and
clips
that
he
he's been
made
having
at
a
home.
tough time lately because he hasn't had a good night's rest. Viewers told him to seek a spell to stop all of this from happening, a spell that he might find in his book, which we'll get to later. But he says that he doesn't want to risk bringing anything else onto him. And while many people have called him crazy, he truly sees everything that's been happening to him. At the time of recording the video, he was experiencing events that were hurting him. At times, he lost consciousness or passed out. This was especially dangerous for him because he lived alone. But he says that all of this is his fault, and it was his ignorance that led him here. He would only see these types of things in movies and believed that they were purely fantasy. But he was living it now.
¿Escuchan? ¿Cómo que?
No, don't get me, bro, don't get me. How long are we going? Yeah. Oh, we gone. Okay, we gone. He dead.
What you saw was Elias being possessed.
Yeah.
We're not given any further explanation or footage of him, but this might have explained the mentions of him passing out. The following recording is of him once again at work in his office. After hearing some noise, he looks out the window to check, but nothing. He investigated the room a bit more, unable to find the source of the noise he heard earlier. But after inspecting the desk, he was startled as a sound came from the closet behind him. Elias didn't mention this in the video, or at least didn't seem to see it.
Yeah, wow. I didn't even see that. Is that a bug? It's like a bug.
But hanging on top of the doorframe is the demon he's been haunted by. Looks to be just its head with protruding horns.
Or a bug.
¿Qué?
It's like a big bug.
Vete de aquí ya, en el nombre de Dios, en el nombre de Jesús. Vete ya.
Yeah, why does it look
This
like
is the
that?
first time we ever see it. And it wouldn't be the last. In the next one, Elias is once again investigating around the hotel because he heard a noise. The first half of the footage is uneventful. But the second half, well, I'll let the footage speak for itself.
Oh, hell no.
¿Qué es eso, Dios? Santo Dios, Dios, no. Dios mío, no.
God damn. They're dying.
Dios, ¿qué fue? ¿Qué era eso? Dios mío, no, 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 no puede ser. Dios santo, no. No me abandones, no.
God damn, boy, shit. Chill.
Nombre de
Yo,
Dios, vete
hold
de
the
aquí
camera.
ya.
I can't see nothing going on. Dude. Holy shit. Yo. Yo. This dude needs to chill.
This is the most scared we've seen him so far.
Yeah, no shit. He can't hold the fucking camera.
He actually went back to the spot and looked around.
Dude.
The demon, however, was gone, and he ran away shortly after. After witnessing these events, like the head of the demon appearing on camera, and also hearing the demon walking up the steps, he wanted to see if he could catch it once more. Turning on the lights, he shows us what he's going to record. The space where he saw the demon in the video before. It's not a very big space, and the doors are shut tight. He places the camera on the stairs and walks away. What follows is 10 minutes of footage that I will cut, but I'll show you what needs to be seen.
Got a get a little hand around the corner. I can't take this as serious, bro. Is that long ass fingers, bro? Oh my fucking god. You start beating this shit? Yo, this demon loved this fucking wall, bro. He caressing that shit. Can I press X to skip, bro? I'm dead ass, bro. They're not skipping. Gang. Yo. Fuck the wall. Fuck the... Just fuck the wall already, bro. You know. Yeah. Choking on that fucking ghost dick. Going down lower? Goddamn, okay. Yeah, real intimate now. I ain't gonna lie, bro. How long does this last for? Yeah. So you're telling me that I'm gonna cut through this video, right? I'm gonna cut through this video. And then I had to sit there and watch this for almost 5 whole minutes. Not gonna lie, gang. I'm skipping. Damn, chill. They're not gonna come out the door. Yo.
Incredibly horrifying. The fact that the comments on the videos also shared this sentiment.
Ass.
But before we continue, let's go back to the beginning of the story. What led to all of this from happening? Elias was from the countryside, and one day he was hired to clean a piece of land and to also replace the old fence post that stood there. While he was digging to put in a new fence post, he hit something hard, like a piece of metal. At first he thought it was iron, but when he took it out, in his hand was a small box made of sheet metal. Inside the box was a book. The book didn't have a title, but on top of it was a piece of animal skin. Well, Elias didn't pay much attention to the animal skin, and instead focused on a cloth bag that laid beside the book. Inside that was another piece of leather that told him that the amulet had to be worn by the person who read the book, and that they would never be separated from the amulet from that point on. Again, he didn't pay much attention to it, and took the box to his house, where it sat for 3 years until he found it again while cleaning one day. When he took a closer look, it said on the skin that once the book was read, it had to be finished from end to end, or else the person would be cursed and dismembered by demons. Elias, being an atheist, didn't believe it at all, but he was curious. The book was in Latin, so he spent some time translating the words in the book. It took him several days to finish reading the book non-stop. Well, he went to bed that night with a calm mind, knowing that nothing would happen. But as he was sleeping, a devil appeared in the corner of the room. It was around 10 feet tall and walked slowly towards Elias, shrinking in size until it was normal height. The demon climbed on top of him and proceeded to choke him tightly. Elias was close to passing out until he gathered enough strength to pull the bed sheets on top of the demon. He then kicked it 3 times before jumping off and turning on the lights. When he looked back, it was gone. Well, he couldn't get any sleep afterwards. However, he waited a couple of days and nothing happened. He waited a week and nothing happened. But 18 days after the incident, the demon appeared again in the corner of his room. But instead, it stood there the whole night watching him. After that, he visited a witch who told him that he had raised the curse. He went home that day with a great sense of regret. Afterwards, he started hearing voices in his head all day and all night. He couldn't make them go away. They kept telling him to finish what he started, to use the book, to start a ritual for power. At first, he denied them. He didn't want to risk anything, but he later caved in.
Tuve que entregar un alma Y esa alma que entregué
You killed somebody? Like what?
fue el alma de mi padre.
In exchange for the pact, he had to give a soul, so he gave them his father's soul. In agreement to the pact, he also had to release the demon onto the world, and it promised him aid in anything. But things didn't go as planned. The portal was opened, and ever since, he's been attacked by entities. The videos we've seen so far are not even 1/5 of the videos uploaded to his channel. However, after all I've shown you, the majority of the videos are of Elias talking about spiritual or religious topics, and some of them are of him performing rituals with the occasional manifestations or possessions. Nevertheless, there are a couple of more videos I want to show you. In one of them, he says that he gave his Ouija board to someone, but she began hearing voices and couldn't sleep at night. 3 days prior to the video, she got into an unknown accident, so she called him up and told him to take it back. He says that people have suggested burning the board or playing with it again to close the portal, but he's afraid to do either.
Regalarla creo que no funciona, así que tampoco quiero quemarla porque, como les digo, no sé si... ¿Qué? Dios santo. ¿Qué se haya movido, Dios mío? ¿Dónde está? Dios santo. Padre Señor. Que se haya movido sola.
It also seems to be tormenting him by knocking on his door, as seen in multiple videos.
Deben cerrar la tabla, ya que si no lo hago, creo que esto no se terminará nunca. Y
Yo, brother, someone at your
la
door.
verdad, sí necesito juntar estos elementos que me hacen falta, ya que eso se está haciendo cada vez más fuerte. No sé cómo detenerlo.
And, like I said, numerous videos of him getting possessed. But on January 5th, 2023, a video was uploaded to his social media. In that video, he told us that if it was ever uploaded, it meant he was dead.
Si estás viendo este video es porque
Bro, I can't do this. Oh man. The fucking god. The fucking gif at the top left, bro. This shit not real, gang.
estoy muerto o quedé como un parásito sin
In another video uploaded to his Facebook, we see his fate. His
No
funeral.
way this is real, bro.
Family members found his body on the 17th of December, 2022. He went missing on the 7th after going to a forest to do a ritual to seal the spirit away. Apparently, one of his eyes was missing. But that's where this story ends. Elias's YouTube channel has remained somewhat active since his death, as his close friend has continued to upload some videos. The consequences that came from summoning the demon, from making a pact, were all Elias is doing, and it ultimately costed him his life.
Ain't
Thank
no
you
way, bro.
for watching.
Ain't no way that real, bro. Ain't no way that shit was real, bro. The video, even though I think it was fake as shit, wasn't as fake as the last one.